Hi there, welcome to Wrinkle Wrinkle Little Star. My name is Sam, I am 42 years old and I am trying to represent older mothers and older women on the internet and on YouTube. I've not done a YouTube video for quite a while now. I keep trying to make vlogging work and it doesn't, because it becomes, when you're at primary school and you go back after the summer holidays and the teacher makes you write what you've done over the summer holidays, and it kind of becomes and then I went swimming, and then I went to the beach, and then I saw my friend Polly, and it kind of becomes like that, which is fine. That's kind of what a vlog is. It's a video diary, but that's not what I want my vlog to be. I thought, instead of doing a traditional vlog for this sort of reintroduction of the vlogs, I'd just do a little talky one to try and explain to you what I want the vlogs to be about and how I want them to work, and also kind of as a reminder to me as well, because I tend to get lost in kind of like the day-to-day and the we've just been to Sainsbury's type stuff, which maybe people are interested in, but like from a selfish perspective, that's not what I want the vlog to be. I kind of feel like I'm at a pivotal can't say the blinking word, a pivotal moment in my life, which sounds very grand and over the top. I think a lot of women of my age, I said I'm 42, kind of get that feeling anyway. I was reading an article yesterday about how actually menopause, and I'm not there yet, but I mean, it's only around the corner surely, is actually a really good opportunity to kind of readdress your life and look at what you want from life, see how you want to live out kind of the end of your life, which sounds horrible, but kind of like the later years of your life. It's not going to be appropriate necessarily to live them in the same way that you lived your 20s, for example. So it's a great time to take stock and understand what you want from this next chapter. I totally feel that with my age, totally feel that with the boys getting just that little bit more independent. My boys are still quite young. I've got Jake, who has just turned 3, and Elliot, who's just turned 7, so they're still pretty young. For some other women my age, their children may be older and they may be leaving home, so they may have even more independence. For me as well, it's kind of layered with the fact that I had to have some therapy. I can't remember now if it was last year or the year before. These last couple of years with COVID have just been a kind of blur, haven't they? Anyway, the reason that I had to have that was something in my life came to a head. It wasn't very pleasant. I'm not going to go into detail about that just yet. I may do in the future, but I don't think it's appropriate to at the moment. I do think my vulnerability sometimes is my superpower, but I also think I need to learn when I don't need to share everything with everybody, and that's something that I definitely need to work on. So yeah, just know I had some therapy, and within that it kind of came out that a lot of the stuff that happened in my life that I just kind of put down to just life, it's just stuff that happens, it's actually kind of traumatic. So I've not had an official diagnosis, but I've probably got CPTSD. I tick a lot of the boxes. I've got a lot of what I would call lowercase t trauma. So I think we think of trauma as kind of like, you've been in a horrific car accident. But lowercase t trauma to me is day-to-day things, and it's not necessarily that the event in itself was majorly traumatic. It's just perhaps you didn't at the time have the ability and the opportunity to process it, in which case it's kind of stayed undealt with in your mind. And I had a lot of that. It transpired when I went through therapy. Still working through it. Healing is not A to B journey. It's an all over the place journey. But I'm in a good place now where I kind of know what triggers me. I know why I do certain things and all that kind of jazz, which is good. That kind of leads me on to something else. Because of some of the scenarios that I had been in, I've spent a lot of my life doing things and being a person for somebody else or other people, to try and people please, to try and keep the peace, to try and get emotional attachment. So as well as that kind of like pivotal, really should pick words I can say, pivotal 40-something kind of midlife crisis, hate that term, But yeah, as well as that kind of like readdressing my life because I am going into a new chapter, I've also got the added thing of like, I've never probably truly been myself because I've always been trying to please somebody else. And until recently, I didn't really know who I was on my own terms. And I'm starting to find that out. Now, this is absolutely scary because at the age of 42, you would kind of expect that you would have some idea of who you are. But it's also really exciting and a great opportunity to try new things. So, and I guess a lot of women maybe in their 40s feel this way. There's people that are going through divorce and things like that. That must be a journey of kind of like self-discovery again, because you're finding yourself again as a new person. Or if your children are fleeing the nest, is that the right term? Fleeing the nest? You know what I mean? Flying the nest. Then again, you're kind of seeing yourself as a new person. So perhaps you've always known your identity, but it's changed. I've never known my identity, so I'm going to discover it for the first time, hopefully. In terms of kind of where I'm at in life, in certain respects, my life is so much better than I ever could have imagined it would be. I don't come from a particularly wealthy background, so the fact that we own our house, like with a mortgage, that's amazing. It's a nice house. The fact that I've got two absolutely amazing children, didn't necessarily picture that when I was growing up, and I've got an amazing supportive husband, so again, that is incredible. In other respects, I'm estranged from both of my parents, which I think some people see as if it's just a flippant choice that I've made. No one, well, I don't think anyone who is estranged from their parents actually wants to be. It's a very tough choice that you make in order to like self-preservation, basically. Career-wise, I kind of took a bit of a segue. I trained to be a journalist, and I always envisaged that I'd kind of like work on a glossy women's magazine, and that's not happened, but I don't necessarily regret that because I'm not sure that would have actually brought me as much joy as I had thought it would have done when I was younger. Having said that, the reason that I am not doing something like that is probably due to a lack of self-esteem and confidence. So the reasoning behind it probably does need addressing, even if the job doesn't, if that makes any sense. So I kind of wanted this initial vlog, and I say it's just a talky vlog, it's just a little introduction, to be an introduction to me and an introduction to where I am at the moment, really. So yeah, I'm Sam, I'm 42, I live in a small town in the West Midlands, got two small children aged 7 and 3. Had my first child when I was 35, so I was classed as a geriatric mother, always a nice term, and my second at 39, so I was definitely geriatric then. I studied journalism at University of Wolverhampton, woohoo! Then went into marketing, mostly because it paid more and it was easier to get a job in without having to work for free for about a year, which from my background I just couldn't afford. Things that I love coffee, I love reading, I really enjoy being creative, and that's something I've got into again, sort of after having lost it for a while. TV wise, we're currently working our way through Ozark, and I'm watching Selling the OC, even though I said I wasn't going to watch it because I didn't think it'd be able to live up to Selling Sunset, and then I started watching it and now I'm addicted. Music wise, keep listening to Beyonce's new album on repeat on Spotify. That's kind of my thing. Apart from when I've got the kids in the car because it's quite sweary and the non-explicit version just isn't quite the same. So then it tends to be a mix of Harry Styles and Paw Patrol soundtrack. Woohoo! In terms of kind of where I'm at, like, I'm going to say developmentally then, I don't think I really mean that. But like, if I look at my life and kind of review it, in terms of my career, I'm kind of openly optimistic. I've worked in the same industry and in marketing for quite a while now, and I do like it. It's a nice mix of people. It helps people. I kind of know what I'm doing. But I feel like there's something else, and that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to change jobs or companies or industries, but I just feel like there's something around the corner just waiting for me at the moment. I am also looking at doing other things as well because, you know, I'm just curious. So, yeah, I just feel like there's something different there, so that could be quite interesting. My family, I love them to pieces, but being a mum is hard work. And being a mum who's trying to break cycles of generational abuse is even harder. So that is a constant learning curve, I will say. With my health, I've got no problems as such, but I really don't look after myself enough. So I don't drink enough water, I don't get enough sleep, I don't do enough exercise, don't eat enough fruit and vegetables. So it's definitely an area that I need to be looking into. Spirituality, I know it's not for everybody, but it's kind of my bag. And I just dip in and out of it. When I'm doing it, it's great and I feel like it really helps me, but I just don't do it enough. So it's something I need to concentrate on. Money is such a strange area for me. I have such kind of a weird relationship with it, and that's for another video, I think, in the future. I want to change that, and I want to embrace the fact that it's okay to have wealth and it's okay to want wealth. Whether that's actually achievable in the current economic climate is another matter, but it's okay to desire it. And then kind of like, I really want to focus on me and be a bit selfish. And I think as women, and especially as mums, we are so bad at prioritising ourselves. We feel so guilty and so selfish if we do. Mums miss out on a lot anyway. I missed out on even more because I had to be very grown up from a young age and had to deal with a lot. So sometimes I just need to cut myself some slack. I need to indulge my inner child, give myself the love that I craved. Like some of the stuff that I missed out on as a kid, I never learned to ride a bike. My swimming is not good, so I want to really focus on those areas. I just want to live life with a lot of joy and for me, and just be happy. I don't want to become a martyr. I want to do things because I'm enjoying them. Being a martyr is not good for anybody. There's big ambitions as well. Like I'd love to write a book. I'd love to travel more. My arm's aching. But at the minute, I just want to focus on the everyday and getting that sorted. So there you go. That's kind of a whistle-stop tour of me. Not every vlog's going to be like this, and obviously there will be some footage of what I get up to. This week would have been amazing because we went to Legoland, so that would have been a really good vlog. But I just wanted to start kind of with this is me, this is where I'm at, and I want these vlogs to really showcase kind of my self-improvement, self-development, and yeah, I'm hoping that this 12 months is going to be a good one. I think it might be quite scary as well, so I want to take you along for the ride because I feel like I'm going to have to take some deep breaths to get over some of my own limitations. But yeah, it's what I want to focus on at the minute. I think women in their 40s that have kids, and especially those that have only just discovered that they have unresolved trauma like me, spend a lot of time focusing on others and not on ourselves. So I want this to be a story about me rather than what I bought at Sainsbury's. Although it will sometimes be about what I bought at Sainsbury's, I'm sure, or more likely Lidl, because I can't afford Sainsbury's anymore. So yeah, it's just a little short introduction. Might not be all that interesting, or it might be. I don't know if people like this kind of stuff. But I should pick up the camera again tomorrow and start recording my journey into being healthier, wealthier, happier, living joyously, indulging my inner child, and all that kind of jazz. Watch this space. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along with my journey, please subscribe, please hit the like button, and I'll hopefully be speaking to you again soon. Bye.